TitleMatchNetwork.com.
Golly, I watched that match. When we go into the prisons and speak, we take some of our old wrestling matches. That's why I was asking you guys about your tapes. I need tapes because I'm bored. I'm bored with looking at the same ones. Right. The inmates are not, but I wrote letters to my former employers, and they weren't really. They didn't even respond, much less cooperative. But one of the matches that the inmates like to see is the Magnum TA match, Starrcade match of 1985. And I got beat up. But anyway, getting back to the Magnum match, I don't know why. You got to keep me in focus sometimes. Man, Magnum beat the dog out of me that night. It was big. It was the biggest payoff I ever got. $12,000.
Couple more questions. Did you have a problem ever doing? Well, you did the angle with Magnum TA with the bat when he was
after the car accident
in the TBS studio. Did you find that odd to do that?
Since he wasn't able to really wrestle with the bat in the TBS studio.
Mm-hmm. What'd I do? Would I hit him?
You hit him with the bat, and then Dusty came out. You hit him in the face.
The angle was with Dusty.
Yeah, but you hit Magnum. Whose idea was that to bring Magnum back, or did he actually think that he was actually going to make a return at that time? Or
no, we were just using just showing you what a real low life scum bucket I was, and probably sold out a lot of buildings with Dusty because of it. You know, I mean, it was.
Whose idea was it for the War Games? And did you...
Dusty's or somebody's.
Did you enjoy that, or...?
They were long, hard matches. You know, I mean, they were all long, hard matches, but I mean, it was... the concept was good, and there again, the concept is only as good as the performers. And as long as you had Rick and Arn and myself and Barry, we could make any concept good.
Bash 86 was awesome. I think that was the first one, right?
No, 87.
87.
Yeah.
What are members of the barbwire match with Dusty Rhodes from the Bash? The ladder.
Barbwire matches were hard to work, and they were yucky, and I've got scars on me from where the barbed wire's hooked in my fingers and hooked in my clothes and arm, and some of those are self-induced and some are not. And, you know, people wanted to see them. I hated them. The worst match in the world is a barbed wire match that you don't bleed in. And I've had a couple of those because the athletic departments wouldn't let you bleed.
Right.
Good gracious. Anyway.
Is there anything you want to say to maybe some fans that are watching this videotape? A message you would want to give? Or?
About
anything you want people that saying, where's Tully Blanchard?
What are you up to?
Yeah. Man, he's going in and out of prisons.
Huh.
Telling people that are cast out, down and out, beat up, that their life can be changed through the power of the living God, Jesus Christ. That is what I am all about. That is all I'm about today. What happened to me, which will be 10 years ago next month, was a real thing. Just like flunking the drug test was a real thing, and me being extracted. That's really how I expect it, because it's not logical. If you sit back and think about logic, it's not logical for everybody that you've ever heard about in wrestling that went to a rehab center or flunked a drug test or was kicked out or was caught or arrested or anything. It's not logical for me not to be in the wrestling business. Whether you like me or hate me, it's not logical, because my performance spoke for itself. And for me to be extracted, not at the end of my career, not at the start of my career, but at the peak of my career, at 35 years old, when I had 10 or 15 years left in me, if you use the guys that are still doing it as the yardstick. It's not logical, except there was a supernatural hand on my life that said, hey, I want you to do something else. And that's what the Bible says. The Bible says all things work together for good to those that love God and are called according to his purpose. And my purpose that God has given me and called me to do is to take the message of love and hope and restoration to, in this country, as many of the 2 million people that we have incarcerated as I can possibly do. And we have seen, just in North Carolina in the last 2 years, over 5. Okay, in North Carolina, just over 9,000 men and women. We've had over 5,000 this year and had 4,008 last year, just in North Carolina prisons. And it is, unfortunately, people don't have any hope anymore. They don't have hope in our system, in our government, in our president, in anything. And the hope should lie in our hearts. And our hearts should be with God. And that would change our entire country. I don't want to preach for a long time. I've already preached to these guys. But that's it. If you listen to this and you see this and you've listened to my honesty about the wrestling business and about the people that I had contact with, I'm just as honest about the power of Jesus Christ to change a man's life. And not just change it, but to fix it. And that's what happened to me. My heart got fixed. My life got fixed. I'm not a big TV star anymore, and I don't make a lot of money like I used to. And some people would say I'm not successful anymore. But I'm going to tell you, you go talk to one of those 9,000 people that has either hugged me or shook my hand in these prisons, and they might tell you something different. That's what Tully Blanchard's all about.
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.